guys. Today we are going to have a what I eat in a day on Weight Watchers video. Okay, but before I start, I have a question. Does my hair look gross? So I ran today and I did not wash my hair, but I used the dry shampoo, and I've been using it for a little while. I only do it on like short run days when I'm just like, it's just like a 30-minute run or whatever. But I think it's okay. Like, I definitely, like, there's like some spots that just I feel like just don't rub in, and it's like, okay, well, I have like a grayish whitish thing going on, but that's okay. So, but I have a question. Does it look gross? Does it look greasy and sweaty? And I don't think so, but I would like a second opinion, or more than that. All right, I am so excited. Today I'm going to be testing out a lot of the things that I have meal prepped. So let me show you what I'm going to have for breakfast. I am going to have what I meal prepped, the 1 point blueberry muffin. Okay, and look at how nice this is. And then I'm going to break it apart because, like, it feels like, do you guys see that? Oh, doesn't it look good? All the blueberries are kind of at the bottom, but whatever. Anyway, this is 1 point. I meal prepped the recipe, tested out, so I'm going to taste it and I'll let you guys know how it goes. But 1 point for breakfast, not bad. It's a nice sunny day today, and I'm in the workroom, so that's why I have to have this cool Epcot visor. Got on Walt Disney World a couple of years ago. Anyways, so just wanted to talk about the muffin before I forget, like, while it's fresh in my mind. The texture is so good. I love the texture. It was like light and fluffy, but it still had a little bit of like density into it, which was great. The flavor, awesome. It is not overly sweet, like, it's not overly sweet, basically, which is fine. Like, honestly, I really liked it. It is, so you know how before I used to, like, I was into making those oatmeal singles, and those, oh my gosh, sorry, those are really like not sweet. These are a little bit sweeter than the oatmeal singles, but they still aren't, it's not like, if you let someone like test it who wasn't on Weight Watchers, they'd be like, yo dude, I need some more sugar in this, you know, because it's not that sweet. But if you're like me and you haven't really been like having a lot of like sugary sweet things, I think it's going to taste perfect. Yeah, I would really recommend checking it out. Like I said, check out the meal prep video that I did most recently, and it should have it on there. And it was really fast to make it. Like, it was easy, fast, and it's 1 point. All right, I'm going. Do I look like a golfer or something? I feel like, I don't know. Whatever, who cares, right? It's just, the purpose is to just block the sun so I can focus. Because do you guys see it reflecting like crazy on my shirt? I think that's how it would be if I like scooted my chair where it needs to be. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm talking too much about nothing important. I'll see you at lunch. Lunchtime. So I'm going to make a wrap. This is going to be 1 point for the wrap. And then it's going to be, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of this Sweet Heat Sriracha Boathouse Farm yogurt. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon, so that will be 1 point. I am obsessed with some sun-dried tomatoes. This is 0 points. Going to add some of that. Going to have some lettuce in it. Then I meal prepped these 2 things really easy. So I am going to have 1 point worth of bacon. And then this is just chicken breast that I just had some seasonings on it that I pre-made. Probably, I'm going to have half of this, not the whole thing. So this is just going to be 1, 2, 3 points for my wrap, and I'll show you what else I'll pair with it for my lunch. Okay, this is what I'm going to have for my lunch. So the wrap is 3 points. I have these 2 of these like tiny little baby Cheez-Its, but 2 of those are 3 points. 1 is 2, and then apples 0. So my lunch is 6 points. But guys, look. Do you see how terrible I folded this wrap? It's totally going to fall off on my lap when I'm eating it. I'm so messy. lunch was very, very filling in not a gross way at all. You know, it's not sitting heavy or anything like that. But one thing I want, oh, yeah, Cheez-Its. I love those little, they're like, I think they were for Halloween. But I'm sure that they have those like tiny little packets. I would not be surprised if they had them for like Valentine's Day or whatever. So I would say like look for those, because that, like, I have to have anything like that individually portioned, or like I don't trust myself, you know. I'm not trustworthy in that areas. Cheez-Its were great, Apple were great. Sandwich, very filling, but heads up. So the sweet heat sriracha, I think that was called, it is very, very tasty, but it's an overpowering flavor. Like, I don't think it's too spicy or anything. Like, it's, I don't have the burn, you know, but it was overpowering, where it's like, guys, I almost feel like I wasted my bacon, because like I couldn't enjoy the taste of the bacon, which, like, for something to overpower bacon, even if it's like it was cold bacon, you know, but for a sandwich, that has to be pretty overpowering. Yeah, so I would honestly, if I make it later, again, I would take it without the bacon, save myself a point, because it just wasn't, it didn't add anything to the flavor. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't even really get to taste the tomatoes either because of that. Like, it's not a bad thing, but I don't know, just something to think about. My thoughts together. Time to get back to work. Snack time. Alright, so I have part of a banana, totally going to eat the rest of it, 0 points. 1 point worth of peanut butter powder that I mixed into peanut butter. And then here on the bottom, you could see I have a rice cake. So the peanut butter, 1 point, rice cake, 2 points. This is, oh, if it wants to focus. I got this at Walmart. This is the peanut butter powder I'm using. And then, and I think this was like around $10 for this whole jar, and it's lasting a long time, which I think is an awesome value. And then I'm using this caramel corn rice cake that I got from Aldi. And the banana, no, from Albertsons. Not that anyone cares. But yeah, lunch. No, not lunch, snack. My snack was great, really filling. I very, very, very much like the added banana. I think it adds that much more like natural sweetness to it, as well as bananas are just so filling with the peanut butter. It's a really, really good snack. And then you have the crunch. So I never really eat rice cakes, and I just got the caramel because the caramel is, in general, like, I just like the flavor of caramel. But do you guys have a favorite flavor? Because I just feel like the caramel isn't like super strong, and maybe I just didn't, like, I just don't have my expectations set correctly for what it is. You know how kind of like I was talking about with the muffin, how it's like the blueberry muffin's really, really good, don't expect it to taste super, super sweet. And I'm like, I don't know what I was expecting caramel corn. I think that was my problem. I was expecting caramel corn. So it's really good. But anyway, if you have another flavor recommendation that you, especially one if you think that would like go well with the peanut butter or with the peanut butter, just peanut butter that I do, please, please let me know. Okay, so we're back in the couch in the closet for today's snack chat, and I don't know if you could tell, but I have been pretty stressed out due to work, but it's a good stressed out, but very, very busy, and I'm really pushing myself to finish orders and kind of like working really long hours and things like this. And I think, and so yesterday I didn't work out, but I did feel like I didn't work out yesterday. And yesterday I was having a rough emotional day, and I was filming the meal prep video, not the voiceover part, like just the actual filming part. The voiceover part actually I'm doing today. But anyway, so yesterday, so I'm sorry if the meal prep video seemed a little frantic. It was just, yesterday was just a really tough emotional day. I just felt like, man, I was just getting way too critical. I was just criticizing myself way too much. Okay, pause. Eric texted me. I need to see what's going on. No emergency. Apparently, just multiple people thought he looked like, or thought he worked at the post office because they were asking him questions. So he just had to let me know because he's dropping off orders right now for me at the post office. Anyway, so yesterday was rough, and rough emotionally, and then today, I have this basically the same amount of work because it's almost getting to the point where it's like, not quite. I am making some headway, but like a lot of orders are leaving, but then they're coming right back, and it's just pressure because I'm just getting to the due dates of some of them. Basically, the launch of those bags that I showed you in a couple of videos, the bags that I make. And so anyway, so I still have a lot of work to do. So I have almost the exact same amount of work to do today that I did yesterday. And yesterday it's one more closer to the due date of when like those orders of due that I have to make I have to sew up those bags by certain dates and stuff like that. And so theoretically today I should be a lot more stressed out. I should have even more emotional problems. I should have more mental issues. Basically a lot of my like mental issues that's probably the wrong way how to say it. I cause it myself. I'm very, very hard on myself, very critical, and I always feel like I could do better, and I just hate when I feel like I didn't do like the right thing, even though I thought I was doing the right thing at the time. Anyway, I was really, really critical on myself yesterday. But today, I'm basically in the same situation, 100% different in my mind. And I am wondering if it has to do with the fact that I ran today. So I got up, we do get up earlier when we have to run, and it was only like our short run. I think it ends up being like 2.5 miles or something like that, 30 minutes. So not, I don't know, a 30-minute run. And when I'm running, I'm just listening to a podcast, which I'm basically doing all day long. And so it doesn't feel like I'm working at anything. Like, it's not like I'm working my stress out, but I am wondering if there is something to the fact of just getting up early and running. I wonder if it sets me up somehow, if there's like a mind and body connection that just helps me have a better day. Like, I don't love running. Like, I think it's good for me, and I like I am okay with running because of the results that it gives me, and I like how I am proud of myself for accomplishing things. But actual running, not for me. Exercise, honestly, don't like it that much at all. Don't like exercise at all. So it's not like I like running, but I don't know. Like, people always talk about like the mental, emotional effects of like exercising like on a regular basis and stuff, and I'm wondering if I just don't understand it, but if it's like happening in the background for me, because today is such a better day for me. I'm just not being a jerk to myself in my own head, you know, and I don't know why. And I was just thinking like we even got the same number of orders done. It's not like today was better, you know, like there was on paper, there's nothing better about today than it was yesterday, but it was so different. And I'm just wondering if this is what people are talking about, you know. But yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting. Yeah, I didn't even sleep that great yesterday, so it wasn't like I feel real rested. I was tired when I got up this morning. So weird. If you guys have any experience about, like, is this what it is? Is this what people are talking about? If you know or have any, if you know what I'm talking about, please let me know, because I'm happy with it. Like, if this is what helps me mentally, I might consider doing something every day. Maybe walking in between run days or something like this. At least when it's stressful, getting up early. I don't know, I might consider it, because it's just nice. It's just nice. Alright. I'm really excited about dinner. I am going to do some more work in between, get back to it, but thank you for dealing with me when it is stressed out. Oh, P.S. No, not before. I just want to tell you guys that making these videos in YouTube is so helpful, and I really thank you for your encouragement and your support, and honestly watching, because during these stressful times and busy times and times that take you out of your routine, those are the times where I know, at least me, and I'm sure a lot of other people, you feel the weakest in regards to wanting to cheat, wanting to take the easy way out, not wanting to track or measure things accurately or whatever. And so we went from 3 days a week videos to 5 days a week. And I'm so thankful we did, because having to constantly film and having to have my brain think of new videos and think of all these things, it has helped me so much keeping accountable to this healthy lifestyle. I'm just going to call it that. And I really appreciate it. I know I say it at the end of it, and at the end of every video, I know I say it, but I want to let you, like, I just want to say it again, that you watching this really helps me, encourage me on this journey, and encourages me to stay on the horse, to just keep me accountable. Thank you. It's dinner time. So I cooked my Brussels sprouts dish, you know the way I cook it always. 2 points, because it has 1 point worth of bacon, 1 point worth of brown sugar. So far this is the only way I like to eat Brussels sprouts, but it is amazing. And then this is the pasta I meal prepped. I'm so excited to try it. It has pesto sauce, which I made from scratch using my own basil plant, whole wheat pasta, sun-dried tomatoes, chicken breast, mushrooms, and then I sprinkled 1 point worth of Parmesan cheese. So this is 7 points, this is 2 points, 9 points for a delicious looking dinner. I'll let you know how it tastes. I'll tell you about my dinner later, but I'm making myself a dessert a little bit. So this is for 2 points. I toasted, you could kind of see, I toasted the 2 of the 45 calorie Sara Lee bread. I'm going to use half a tablespoon for 1 point of light butter, and then I am going to sprinkle 1 teaspoon, so half a teaspoon here, half a teaspoon here, of regular sugar, and then I am going to sprinkle some cinnamon. So I'm going to make one of my favorite things, cinnamon sugar toast for dessert. For this will be 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And apparently we're just going to party all night, because I have a diet root beer dad's. Fancy. Dinner was great. Dessert, oh my gosh, that was so simple, but cinnamon sugar toast is really good. And honestly, I used 1 teaspoon of sugar, and it is 1 point, and that was plenty for cinnamon sugar toast. And it was just nice to like use a little bit of real sugar where it counted, and hopefully it won't mess up my weigh-in at all. But I mean, I was thinking about, it's like every time I make Brussels sprouts, I use 1 teaspoon of brown sugar and I could still lose weight. So I'm not really that worried about it. Yeah, but dinner, well, you guys know how I feel about my Brussels sprouts. Love them with the brown sugar and center cut bacon. But the pasta that I did for the meal prep, it was so good. And I'm not going to lie, I think I'm a little proud of myself, okay? I just am, because it just feels so cool to make your pasta sauce from scratch using the basil plant that sits on my kitchen windowsill. And that pesto sauce was so easy, so easy, and it was really flavorful. It's not like overly saucy, so if you're like someone like my husband Eric, like he loves sauce on, like he practically wants soup for, you know, for pasta and stuff like that. So he would probably think that it needed more. I did not think so, but I am not like a crazy sauce person. I think I could go like regular to almost light sauce on a lot of things. So it was awesome. It had tons of flavor. It was really filling, and I liked that like you could taste each part specifically, like kind of like the opposite of how I felt about the sandwich. Like I tasted the sun-dried tomato. Well, the mushrooms just took on the taste as mushrooms do. The chicken was great. The pasta was great. I tasted the little bit of Parmesan cheese, and everything was awesome. And then Eric wanted to share. He got Diet Dad's root beer, 0 points. That was awesome. You can still see. I have a bag there still, because I'm still working on it. So I think I have like 3 or 4 more hours that I'm going to try to put in here at the sewing machine. But I'm not going to eat anymore. So I think I'll call it an end to this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.